What up, everybody? What's going on? It's your boy Rich. Real Talk with Rich is back. Good to see each and every one of you. What's going on, y'all? Man, look here. We got a dope show for you guys tonight. Want to thank you guys for coming. Want to shout out the Black Comic Lords, Black Superheroes Forever fam. Just want you to take care of a little housekeeping business before we get started. Please like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you have not already. I ask that you will hit the notification bell so whenever we go live, whether it's my show, whether it's Wakanda Whiskey and Blurdom on Friday nights, or when we do our Wednesday wrap up, you guys will be in the know before we even get started. So, yeah, so we got a dope show tonight. We're going to get into a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And please support the channel with the super chat. You know what I'm saying? Every little dollar helps keep the lights on and helps us do what we have to do, whether it's financing blackcomiclords.net, that's our website, or whether it helps us to finance the streaming equipment and things of that nature we have to use to help our channel do what it do. And you know, as we grow, we want you guys to continue to share this and tell people about us. You know, we thank God for every subscriber that we have, whether it's here in the States or whether it's around the world in the UK. We appreciate you, and just know that I appreciate you. If no one else says it, I'm going to just say thank you. Thank you for being here. Tell a friend, tell a hater. We don't care. Black Comic Lords, we in the building. So that's what's up. So we don't want to prolong the time. We got a dope show, got a lot to get to. We want to get it done and be out the way. So with that said, we're going to start off with a segment of our show called Low Hanging Fruit. That's a segment of our show where we talk about the news and things of that nature. And the first up in the news cycle, at least for me anyway, is the Collider article. Giancarlo Esposito, Moff Gideon, or like I like to refer to him as Big Brother Almighty, has finally joined the MCU, but not who you think. So yeah, after years of speculation, Breaking Bad actor has officially confirmed that he will be making his debut in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. During a panel on Thunder Stage Comic-Con XP, Giancarlo Esposito revealed that he will be appearing in a Marvel project. Not many fans have laid out for him. People have been said that he would make a great Professor X, but he's not going to be Professor X. Esposito says he'll play a different role, teasing that it's coming sooner rather than later and better than you can imagine. So that's what's up. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm pretty excited for this to see what my homie does. I think he's a dope actor. He has done some fly things in his career, and I can't wait to find out what's he gonna do. With the plethora of projects upcoming Marvel Studios slate, the possibilities are endless, and there are a few potential candidates. Esposito specified that he will make his first appearance as his original character sooner rather than later, and with Deadpool Wolverine right around the corner, y'all. That's in July. It's possible to rule out that that's where we're going to first see him. So we'll see. But between The Mandalorian and Breaking Bad, Esposito has proven himself to be one of the most menacing options for those looking to play a villain. Dating back to the early days of Phase 1 with Phil Coulson and into Phase 5 with Sylvie in the Disney Plus series Loki, Marvel has remained unafraid to insert original characters in the MCU projects. Captain America Brave New World appears to have its villain lineup already done, with the leader and even a potential appearance from Thaddeus Ross, alter ego Red Hulk. Other MCU movies that have either recently begun production or revealed casting information, including the Thunderbolts, Fantastic Four, and Blade. While the two former projects are already a bit stuffed, as is, you can count us for Esposito suiting up for a potential vampire villain across from Mahershala Ali's Daywalker, talking about Blade. So we'll see. We're not sure what he's going to do. But I can't wait for that dude to get to screen. So what up? Jed C, thank you. Joel C, I'm sorry. Thank you for the super chat. He says, man, I appreciate this channel. Not too many platforms that cater to us. Well, that's what's up. Thank you. We're here for you guys, and we just want you to enjoy what we have to offer. So with that, Derek, go ahead and hit him with the super chat.
Donation. It's a donation. I thought it was the trash. Don't be hitting on me.
Thank you.
Joel C., thanks again for the super chat. I want to shout out to those of you in the chat. I see Peter Parks is in the building, Tomb Raider's in the building. Of course, H&H is in the building with me as always. Pericles, what up? Brooklyn is always in the building. Dots Verse, what up, what up, what up? Man, I know my man Ida Watches here as well. Saw my man Amir 1 in 100 podcast in the building as well. So yeah. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. We off to a good start. So let's go. It says now Ida Watches says, I got that Spawn and Spider-Man issues that you recommended. Appreciate that. 33 to 3rd. I'm sorry. Shout out to Big DJ Big Phil in the building as well. So that's what's up. So let's get on to our next article. Thanks you guys for joining in, popping in, hanging out with your boy. Comicbookmovie.com article. In cosplay news, this one kind of made me chuckle. Black Adam star The Rock reportedly only returned to wrestling because of a failing Hollywood career. When Black Adam star Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson returned to the WWE in January, most fans assumed that it would be another one-off appearance for the Brahma Bull. Those that have been in the norm recent years, with it becoming apparent some time ago that he seemingly had no real plans to get back into the ring for a long-discussed match pitting against cousin Roman Reigns. Given his continued Hollywood success, that wasn't overly surprising, and ultimately the movie business meant that he neither had time nor inclination to wrestle again. Fans, in fact, were incensed, and hashtag We Want Cody trended worldwide on social media for days when The Rock's latest return to the WWE also became the most disliked video that ever was played on YouTube. A big deal when you got over 101 million subscribers. Creative plans had to change, and Johnson turned heel, a bad guy, leading him and Reigns teaming up to battle Rhodes and Seth Rollins during WrestleMania night, #1. And while he returned to Hollywood to shoot an A24 movie, a departure from his big budget affair, there are already plans for the final boss to step back into the ring. However, based on a new report from the industry insider Dave Meltzer, it seems the consensus within the WWE is that The Rock did return for pro wrestling because his Hollywood career is on the decline. Well, let me say this. It did not help that you went on Fox News and started talking about Biden. That didn't help your career. It did not help that you kind of, put it out there that, Black Adam was making a lot of money when it really wasn't. So I don't know if this is true or not, that he went back to wrestling because of his failing career. Look, all superstars, regardless in Hollywood, all these guys have movies that flop. There's not too many superstars that can say that they batting 1,000 when it comes to movies. The Rock has had a successful movie career. The Black Adam situation and what happened around that did not help his cause. But I will say that, going back to the ring at his age, okay, Dwayne, if that's what you want to do. We also got to remember, too, that his show, Young Rock, just got canceled. So that was good for a couple of seasons. But now, maybe his career is on the decline. We don't know. I can't really I don't follow The Rock like that. My man, Paul, who is a University of Miami alum, follows The Rock more than I do. But all I can say is, get your coin, bruh. I don't know how long you got, but yeah, the clock is ticking for sure. H&H says, well, a failing career or not, he is not on the board of directors for the company he came back to. That's not too shabby. Yeah, well, he's doing his thing. He's still making money. I just, I like what Amani says, go cry the pile of money against. That's not a bad problem to have. I am not mad at The Rock. Get your money, bro. Get your money. Volable says Black Adam wasn't even that bad. It really was. I thought it was good. I thought it was a good movie. I enjoyed it for what it was. Now, I think that there was a lot of whoop tickets that got sold. And, DC is just, Lord have mercy. I can't, I can't do this with DC right now. James Gunn, please, please, please get some product to the movie theaters, to the small screen, quick, fast, and hurry. Because we need to get the Snyderverse the taste out of our mouth. I'm almost vomited in my mouth just now. Yeah, please get us some new product because this DC EU stuff is, I'm not sure. Anyway. So yeah, shout out to The Rock for doing this thing. Let's go to the next article, man. So the next article is a bleeding cool article. Now, Ida Watcher says he got, real quick before I go to this, he says he got his trademark and got his board position on TKO. Yeah, I mean, he's doing what he was supposed to do, I guess, in his position. He's a power broker. He's partly responsible for the WWE for being what it is today. So for him to put him back in the position of authority or whatever, can't be mad at that. Can't be mad at that at all. Ida Watcher says something interesting I found out about The Rock is that one of his ancestors was in the Book of Negroes, and his great-granddad on his dad's side was 6'7" and could lift a 500-pound church bell. Wow. That's pretty amazing. Now that you think about it, that's pretty amazing. So let's get to this article here, guys. Marvel now approving for 10 series for 10 issues at a time. Now, I don't like to say I told you so, but this is one of the moments when I'm going to say it, I told you so. When you guys, I ain't going to name names, but there were some of you guys on the internet whining and crying in your beer about Dr. Eve Ewing's Black Panther run being canceled at 10 issues. I heard you guys really piss and moan behind that. And I was telling everybody, I was like, man, they did not cancel that book. That's what she got. So now I feel vindicated. Here's an article, Bleeding Cool. Marvel now approving series for 10 issues at a time. Talking to ICV2, Marvel Comics president Dan Buckley has clarified a change in Marvel Comics publishing making decisions. Marvel Comics president Dan Buckley has clarified a change in Marvel publishing decision making. It has been notable in recent years that a number of comic books that were announced as ongoing series had miniseries worth issues actually only approved on the schedule, and any further extension would be down to sales. As a default, they would end at 4 or 5 issues. Okay, this has led some retailers to take more of a conservative approach to new series. If there's not even a chance that they'll make it to double digits, and encourage people to collect the back issues. But things, as it seems, are changing. ICV2 asked Buckley, we've heard retailers that the shortings up of the series, more and more one-shots and more miniseries, fewer and fewer longer ongoing series, makes it harder to maintain the habit of collecting. Marvel is definitely in that role. Dan Buckley replied, I think the days of having a 500-issue run is probably a reach, but we are looking at having less limited series and more ongoing with our characters. I'm not going to say that there won't be limited series, but I am at the moment approving some series for 10 issues at a time, not 4 or 5. Hopefully, I can get to 15 to 20. That's the intent. But because of, to be honest, it's a lot of work on our editorial staff to restart books all the time. There's a lot of work on our marketing staff to remarket book coming out, and it's to the benefit of everyone to figure this out. So looking at the most recent solicitations, let's see how many issues Scarlet Witch manages to get out the door, shall we? Possibly with the new Agatha Harkness TV series might help. And maybe, just maybe, let folk know when the series are ending rather than let people making assumptions when new solicits drop, wherefore thou Punisher or Avengers Incorporated. So here's the deal, guys. 10 issues, okay? Blade ended at 10 issues. The Black Panther book, the Eve Ewing Root, ended at 10 issues. There it is. So can you guys stop belly aching about, oh, they canceled our books. Oh, they canceled Black Panther. What the Golden Man's gonna do? Y'all knock it off. Okay? Marvel is tired of y'all belly aching over books y'all think are canceled. They're telling you we're only doing 10. Period. There it is. So the next time I hear one of you dudes whine and cry about canceled books, I'm going to cite this article right out the horse's mouth. Okay? So please stop having so much negative energy toward what they're trying to do, especially when it's around our characters. Okay? Relax. Enjoy. If they give us a series, whether it be 6 issues or 10 issues, just enjoy it. Don't poo-poo it before it comes out or when it ends. And yes, it may sound like it's rushed because most times books that end like that are rushed. But Marvel is saying, we're only doing 10 issues. So get over it. Okay, guys? That's all I'm going to have to say about it. That is all I'm going to say about that. So look, let's look at some of these comments, okay? Going back to Dothverse. 10 Blaze, he says, let me go back to 1 in 100 podcast. He said, makes sense. I guess he's talking about what Marvel is doing. Now, Seco says, no, you did not tell us so. No one who can control the ordering of every store if struggle to sell POC lid books. There is nothing we can do about those stores. I did tell y'all so. I told the people that was upset about the Black Panther book being canceled. I told them so. Now, see, Cole, I wasn't talking about the whole industry in general. I was saying that book was not canceled, that book was only given 10 issues because that is what they signed her up for. Respectfully, my brother. Okay? Now, 10 Blaze, he likes my hashtag, Free Black Lightning. Yeah, shout out to my man. I am starting a hashtag, Free Black Lightning, and I want my man Derek to put up, this is a flyer that I am releasing to the Black comic book community and all of our allies and even some of our haters. Have y'all seen Jefferson Pierce? Okay? If you have, I need you guys to reach out to me and dial the number right below and send me an email or direct message. So maybe, just maybe, we can find him in another book because we hadn't seen him in a book in quite some time. It has really been over 6 years since Black Lightning has a self-titled book, and I am going to make it my mission to get my mans in them back on the back on the shelves of comic book shops. I'm tired of DC playing with me. Y'all gonna need to put some respect on my man's name. Y'all love T'Challa. Y'all love Sam Wilson, even though he's a legacy character. Please, 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 please put some respect on this Black original character and put him back in books. Thank you. Please, please, 1-800-CALL Rich. We need to find my mans. And if you've seen him, I don't need you to make a post about it. I don't need you to do a TikTok. I need you to holler at me so I can let the powers that be know that I'm looking for Jefferson Pierce. Please, please, please. Free Black Lightning. With that said, I'm going to ask Derek to take me to a commercial break. My man is gone. I can't find him. And y'all just ain't right, DC. Derek, take me to commercial. We're going to come back. We're going to talk about Free Comic Book Day. Hashtag Free Black Lightning.
What's up, y'all? We are blues people. We can rap the blues, sing the blues, talk the blues, and of course in comic books, we can read the blues. One such tale can be found in Peter Parker's Spider-Man number 35. This tale is about a little boy living the blues. He finds himself excited about a birthday party and he runs home to tell Mama, but Mama's digging her own blues. He escapes to his sanctuary, his bedroom, and drifts into another world where Spider-Man is real and comes by and talks to him. This book is a reminder of how important a comic book or a collectible can be to anybody, but especially a child. This book pulls hard at the heartstrings, and no matter how many times I see this book in long boxes, I always make a point to buy it. Why? Because I know this kid. You have seen this kid. Shoot, you may have even been this kid. There are thousands of Spider-Man stories, but by far this is my favorite Spider-Man book. So I suggest that you pick it up. I promise you, you won't be able to put it down. If you like this video, share it and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And until next time, peace.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Danny J. Quick here with Ace Blade Comics. We got 6 issues of Ace Blade, 1 through 6. The 7th one is now live on Kickstarter. We could definitely use your support. We also have titles like Scarlet Ranger 1 and 2, created by Ro Lamb. We got Harlem's Renaissance and The Ballad of the Black Rose. And we got Lumberjacks 1, 2, and 3, which is about an Ethiopian prince who is displaced, and he has this necklace that gives him superpowers that he inherited from his grandfather. But he has to go through several trials to unlock the powers and abilities. So definitely check us out. You can find us at Fourth Wall Productions, fourthwallpros.com, and like I said, on Kickstarter right now. So I appreciate y'all, Black Comic Boys. Thank you for the support, and thanks for doing the right thing for the community.
What up? We back. So I wiped my tears. I'm stopped crying the blues. So C. Cole, he says Jefferson was in that DC Power book back in February. Yeah, he was in a cell phone. About this big. The panel was about that big. He was in a cell phone. His daughters were in that book, DC Power, Thunder and Lightning. They were in the book. And they made a phone call to him. And he was in a cell phone. That don't count. And with respect to all of you that went and got that Dennis Cowan cover with Black Lightning on the cover of that DC Power book, yeah, he was on the cover of that, but he was not in that book like that. Okay? Y'all gonna have to stop, because look, I need my man in a self-titled book. I don't need a guest appearance. I don't need this like DC like to do, put out a bunch of stories and then stick him in one tiny panel. No, I need my man with a full run with his name on it. Period. I am not playing with y'all.
Message.
And as far as I'm concerned, DC, you could put out 11 million DC Power books. That don't count. That is not representation. That's pandering. I said what I said. Anyway, I had to get that off me. Styles of Sisters, DJ gonna merge Black Lightning, Static, Black Vulcan into one character. Black Static Vulcan. No, they bet not. They bet not. I will burn every DC comic book that I own except Black Lightning #1. I'll burn them all. Don't play with me. What up, Tron World? Good to see you. My man Tim Blaze say bars. Yeah, that's what's up. So yo, yesterday was Free Comic Book Day. So he was FaceTiming that comic. Yeah, he was. That's sad, man. Sad state of affairs for that character. Anyway, Free Comic Book Day was yesterday. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This has been the best Free Comic Book Day in a number of years. Free Comic Book Day has sucked for the last 4 or 5 years, if I can be honest. It has not been good. But something happened. There was a glitch in the matrix, and all of a sudden, everybody and their mama wanted to put out some dope books for Free Comic Book Day. I was able to secure just about every free comic book that was out there available. I got about 15, 20 books. But the one book that I should have got, the one book that I should have been able to, I should have grabbed first, was that book right there. I Like Popeye. Why? Because that book was written and drawn by Marcus the Legend Williams. On behalf of Black Comic Lords, I want to apologize to the Black comic book community because we slept on that book. We did a whole show last week talking about the books that were coming out. But somehow or another, this one got past the radar. Now, I don't know if it's because of the Melanin Challenge people on that cover, but we did not know. I should say I did not know that Marcus Williams was doing a free comic book day for Popeye. What I love about Marcus Williams is that Marcus Williams is a fan of comics. And Popeye is a character that he used to do fan fiction. In fact, you probably can go to his website, Marcus the Visual, and see some of the fan fiction that he does. But Popeye is one of his favorite characters. Now, Marcus Williams is known primarily for this particular book here, Tuskegee Airs, the art that he does on this. And ever since I first laid my eyes on this dude's art, I've always loved it. His art is amazing. That dude is bad. That dude is bad. But he's, like I said, he's a fan of the culture, and he's a fan of characters. And Popeye is one of these characters that he loved. Now let me I gotta share this before I get to the rest of the free comic book day stuff. Because I want to know, I'm gonna tell you why I was so upset and distraught. I gotta tell this story. It's story time. Okay. So growing up as a little kid, I used to watch Popeye the Sailor Man. All right. Popeye the Sailor Man was my favorite cartoon as a shorty, as a real small kid. I'm talking about when I was like 4 or 5 years old. And my mother and my dad used to take me to church. And I was so in love with Popeye the Sailor Man that the preacher would be preaching. And I would just go off and say, Popeye the Sailor Man in church, embarrassing my family. I've been a nerd a long time, y'all. But Popeye is one of my favorite characters of all time. And I know that Marcus Williams loves Popeye as well. And so when this book showed up on my radar, it was too late. I went to like 3 or 4 shops looking for it. And no cigar. No cigar. Tron World says, please get Marcus on the show, please. Man, look, it ain't like we ain't tried. He will be at Atlantic Comic Con, so maybe we'll get a chance to talk to him there. But yeah. I gotta say, when I do get to Atlantic Comic Con, he's definitely one of the first people that I'm going to go see. Now, Styles is serious. He says, you think Popeye will get his first black character when releases the main book? I'm not sure. And I'll be honest, I don't care. What I care about more than anything is Marcus Williams' art. And Marcus is not known necessarily for a writer, but he does a lot of fan fiction. So this is amazing to me because this is a book that he is not only drawn, but he's also writing. And Seacoast says Popeye is in public domain, so that's what's up. Or next year it'll be in public domain next year. But I gotta say, man, I hate that I missed this. And he says, Rich, if my LCS has copies of Popeyes, I'll send you one. I appreciate that, Robert Monroe. I already got somebody Shout out to my man 1 in 100 podcast is gonna hook me up. But I appreciate the love on that, Robert Monroe Jr. I really do. I was, man, you talk about somebody who was stressed. I was stressed that I didn't get that book. I was just like, man, you know what? I got to go to the eBay machine. Because, and this book here, like I said, apart from Marcus being one of my favorite artists, that's one of my favorite characters. You know what I'm saying? You know how it is when you're a comic head and you have favorite characters and you have favorite artists or whatever. That's like, you know what I'm saying? That's like a 2-for-1. You know what I'm saying? So it was important for me to secure this book, man. So I'm just happy to have it. And it's so weird. We were just talking about The Rock, right? And The Rock is slated to play Popeye in a live action movie. So things come full circle. But anyway, salute to Tron World for the super chat. Let's get it, Derek. Appreciate it. Appreciate that, the super chat, my brother. So Tim Blaze asks, is that popping? I'm going to just say this, man. Derek, show him some of the panels from Marcus Williams' art. If you can dig that, Tim Blaze, then you would probably going to dig. I don't think we have any pages from the actual comic book, but that's just a sample of his art. That's Spider Punk right there. When he did that, when that first came out, that was the business. That was the business. That dude is that. Listen, Marcus the Visual is no joke. I have a Virgin cover that he did for a Dark Horse title, Dark Blood. I think that was the name of the book. I think he did a variant cover for them for Dark Horse. That's amazing. But he has his own website, Marcus the Visual, and that dude is the business. I promise you. And it's so weird. We talk about Kanan White. We talk about Olivia Coppell, but that's the dude right there. I can't say enough about that. I love that dude. I love that dude. And and the style so serious. You're right. The art is crazy. So yeah, that's what's up with that. So I just can't wait to get my hands on that book for real. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna take it to Atlantic Comic Con. I'm gonna get my man to sign it. Willie. Cutthroat Comics is in the building. What up? What up? So y'all, as far as Free Comic Book Day goes, like I said, there was some amazing stuff that was available. Now there was some shenanigans going on as well. Not with this book here though. That cover of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, that's Junie Ba on the cover, right there. As a matter of fact, Junie Ba has a story inside of that Free Comic Book Day. So I hope you were able to get your hands on that book. Imani, I hope you got your copy of that, bro. Because I know you dig Junie Ba like I do. But he got a story in that book there too as well. So that was available for Free Comic Book Day. So all you Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fans, that's Junie Ba on the cover art. He did a story on the inside of it as well. I think it's like 2 stories in that, but he did one of them. He did the primary story. So yeah, that's what's up with that. So that was a good pick as well. 1 in 100 shipping out Tuesday. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Monty says, I got my copy. That's what's up. So Junie Ba is also, matter of fact, next week has a Robin and the Boy Wonder book. That's coming out next week. So Junie Ba is the truth. So that's what's going on with that particular book. Bring that last comment up, Derek. Doffer said, real quick, that Popeye is a real one, easily class 100 strength before popping spinach. Yep. You can't let him get a hold of no spinach. If he gets the spinach in him, it's over. It's a wrap. Let me talk about don't talk to me, Herschel, if you're out there, don't talk to me about the super soldier serum. Don't talk to me about metahumans. No, nigga. Popeye. Get some spinach in him, it is over. Anyway, that's what's up with that. Night Watch is going to be an ongoing series by Junibot. That's what's up. That's what's up. There's a lot. Junibot's got a lot of stuff going on. I'm so glad that this dude is getting him some love because he's been grinding for a minute. The 10 Blade said, we came here because of the TMT book on the thumbnail. That's what's up. Yeah, man. That was one of the prize books, I guess you say, for Free Comic Book Day. But let's get to some fugazi. If you could bring up that Variants book. Valiant Comics put out a book called The Valiants. And if you look in the upper right corner, you see there's the superhero named Livewire. She's a Psyot. And Livewire, who's a part of the Valiant universe, is one of the most powerful characters in Valiant Comics. However, in this Free Comic Book Day book called The Valiants, I want to draw your attention to the panel of book on the next page there at the very top, upper left-hand corner. One picture of Livewire. That's the only picture of her in the whole book. We have said for years that they put Black women on covers of comics and they're nowhere to be seen in the book itself. And that one little panel at the top is all that you see of her in this particular book. Now, this is a Free Comic Book Day book, and she may be in some stuff that they got coming out later on, but that was her only appearance in that particular book. So I'm not really happy with that Free Comic Book Day offering by the Valiants, because I was looking for her to do some things, because she's a very, very powerful superhero in that universe. So shout out to Livewire. Y'all Valiant, y'all got to do better. I love new Ninjak. Ninjak is cool, or Ninja K, but put some respect on Livewire. So anyway, this one-on-one podcast said, "Are you serious? Livewire was part of the point of the pickup." Yeah, bro. That's the only panel. That's the only panel. I'm glad it was free. That's all I can say. That's the only saving grace about it. It was free. So, you know, we didn't have to pay for whatever. So Ninjak versus Roku is by a Black writer. That's why I picked it up. Okay. Well, see, I didn't even know that. I picked that book up because of Livewire. But that's good to know, Amani. Ninja G is better, no doubt. Shout out to Ninja G. Go get that Killer's book if you don't know who Ninja G is. Yeah. So that was one of the, I will say, misses that, you know, Amani's let us know that there was a Black writer in it. So I'm gonna go back and check it out. But Livewire is not in this book at all, that story. Now that Ninja G Roku story, it's two stories in this book, I believe. And that story there is a secondary story. So it may be the one. I didn't even read it because I was so disgusted by not seeing Livewire in that particular book. So I didn't even bother to read it. Now I got motivation to go and read it. So shout out to my man Amani for pointing that out to me. So anyway, as far as the other Free Comic Book Day stuff, you know, there was a DC book that came out, Absolute Power. Now, shout out to my man Paul, because Paul believes that Amanda Waller isn't a villain. In this book, she is. Shout out to Amanda Waller fans. You know, this is the prequel to the story that they're going to be doing, that DC's doing, that's going to highlight Brainiac, Failsafe, and Amanda Waller. They're like the axis of evil. And so this is going to be an interesting story. And I read the story, and it feels like an intro, or you know, it's definitely a Free Comic Book story. If they put this out and try to sell it, I'm gonna be mad at DC. But this was a very good introduction to the story itself. So I'm looking forward to that. Failsafe is the business, and you know, he's the dude that threw Batman from the moon. So I'm here for all the shenanigans. So yeah, Absolute Power is a dope story. I'm looking forward to reading that. The Seacoast said at some stores, Monster High got picked up more than this book. Well, you know how that go, bro. It's a black woman on the cover, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, and it's Amanda Waller. But what's interesting about it is you see the Trinity on this cover. Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman, they own this cover, so they're going to probably play a significant role in this particular story. And in one of the panels in the story, there's a part where Amanda is talking to I think it's a psychic, but she's asking her to read the future. And in the future, you see Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman in chains. So she's going after the superheroes. And the motivation is to become the most powerful being in the universe. That's Amanda Waller's modus operandi. James says, "What up, JT? Failsafe ran phase on the whole Bat family, plus the Justice." Yeah. Failsafe is like, in fact, they said it in the book. He's like Terminator. You know, if Batman was the Terminator, I'll be back. Yeah. So that was one of the dope books that came out this week. The Inner John Universe book, for those of you that are reading the Void Rivals or the Transformers or the Duke or the Cobra Commander books, you know what I'm saying? I think you guys will enjoy that. The Inner John Universe, this is more, I would say, more Transformer stuff. There is some G.I. Joe stuff in the book as well. But it's I love villains. My guilty pleasure is villains, and I just love Megatron as a villain. And if you watched the Transformers series on Netflix, I like the way they've written him because you really can't really make Megatron to be a villain. And now I don't like the quote unquote anti-villain thing. I really don't like that. I mean, dude, if you're gonna be bad, just be bad. But if you're gonna be good, then just be good. I don't like this middle ground. No. I need you. If you're gonna be bad, just be bad. And Megatron historically has always been a bad villain. But in this particular iteration of Megatron or whatever, you know what I'm saying, he's always challenging Prime about how Prime does things or whatever. And so I'm just looking forward to some of the reading that's going on. I need to go back and catch up and get a late pass and go get these Transformer books because I've heard great things about this series. But the only thing I've been reading is the Cobra Commander stuff. And I've enjoyed that tremendously. Cutthroat Comics does say that the new Duke comics is good as well. Yeah. Mine says Amanda Waller with powers is a scary thought. Yep. Inner John is fired. They are selling this JT. They are selling the same book for $3.99 this week in the LCS. Yeah. Styles says that G.I. Joe is low-key subversive. Well, what's funny to me is that some of these books or some of these IPs or whatever from back in the day that didn't get a lot of looks or they have more attention now. I think people miss, or have some nostalgia about these properties like G.I. Joe, for example. Because one thing about G.I. Joe comics have always kind of been around, but I don't know a lot of people that know or read a lot of G.I. Joe books. My history with G.I. Joe has always been the cartoon. And, but I know that there are a lot of people that love the comics as well. I wasn't one of those dudes. And so now I have this newfound interest in reading G.I. Joe comic books. And I really owe that to some of the cartoons and then some of that to picking up Void Rivals. So the I watches, I've enjoyed the Cobra Commander miniseries. Yeah, we're going to get Deathstroke next issue. I'm looking forward to that. Tim Blake says, that's big facts. William stories really be hidden. Like villain stories be hidden like animes. Yep. Cutthroat says, I would love to see Stalker from G.I. Joe have his own comic book series. What's your thoughts on that? I mean, look, that's the cool thing about G.I. Joe is that they literally you can literally do a series on all of these different characters. you know, whether it's Snake, I would love to see a Destro. Snake Eyes, you know, they've done stuff on that, but you could, I mean, I think the unique thing about G.I. Joe is that it's almost an all-star book without being all-stars. They literally could have their own title. All of them could have their own titles. Let's see. Bot Boy says, definitely check out the new Transformer series. It's fire. Tron World Legend said, I highly recommend Cobra Commander. That series is that universe need. It goes into Cobra Live lineage as well. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I'm enjoying it. I'm curious more about that. And like I say, the next issue we're supposed to get Deathstroke, because at the end of the last book, we see him pop up. Yeah, 1-in-1 Empire Deathstroke series is coming next. Oh, that's what's up. So I didn't even know. I thought it was in the same book, but yeah, Stalker is dope. He was the first G Joe recruited in the original comics. He says, Tron World I always wish that they connected Destro with the twins. So, okay, we're going to tap in on all your suggestions. That's what's up. Okay, guys, as far as the free comic book day stuff, okay, I'd watch it. I think this is what they're doing. They're just doing miniseries. Snake Eyes is next, and I believe Destro is next. They playing a long game. I gotta say that I do know that they're playing a long game, and we're gonna get some new movies, whether it's Transformers, G.I. Joe, or the whole Energon stuff. They doing all this for a reason. So me personally, I don't really need a big screen movie. I would love to do some stuff on the small screen, whether it be a series. It doesn't necessarily have to be Netflix. It could be Amazon. But that's just my personal preference. You know what I'm saying? You can only do so much in a 2.5-hour movie. But you could do, you know, episodic series or whatever, and I think that would be great. Matter of fact, I just started watching Fallout today. Some of my brethren, like my man Derek, talked about Fallout, how good it was. And so I sat down today and just watched the first episode. And I was like, okay, I might be able to get into this. I'm not a gamer like that, so all of this is new. So I'm really watching this on the strength of the acting and the strength of the story itself. So yeah. One in the podcast says, and Scarlett's getting a Minions next, and she's going to Japan. Tim Blaze says everyone is saying Fallout is their work. I'm like I say, I enjoyed the first episode, you know, and then I had to I had to stop myself with the first episode because I had to get ready to do this show tonight. And yeah, I found it to be surprisingly good. So yeah. Tron World said I gave a 9.4 OG static for free comic book day, and we'll be doing another in the summer. Hashtag Black Bill Finger. That's what's up. I like that hashtag, my brother. That's what's up. Styles Sincere says, still trying to figure out how Void Roberts is going to play out in the universe. Don't you just love how a good writer is able to just kind of dangle a character, keep you going, keep you going, keep you going. Yeah, gonna be a minute before we get that reveal for real. Now JT says, free comic book day, love the Blood Hunt book with the X-Men backup story, both good and bad. So yeah, I gotta say that the X-Men Blood Hunt book was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. I gotta say, I definitely enjoy that. Speaking of Blood Hunt, shout out to all of you guys who are going to go broke and will be homeless by the end of the summer. Because Blood Hunt has this is a huge run. Okay? And listen, to all my brothers that are in the chat that are married, don't go broke behind these books now. I don't want the wife kicking you out because you couldn't stay out the comic book shop. Because this looks like it's gonna be a dope story, okay? Read the first issue. Read the red band book, #1. Matter of fact, I read it in the order that it came out. The Free Comic Book Day is the first one. Moon Knight #5 is the second book. And then Blood Hunt Red Band or Blood Hunt #1 is the third book. There is a reading order as to how this book is going to come out. JT says, not me getting the main book, the few tie-ins. Yeah, don't get in trouble. Happy house, happy spouse. You don't want no trouble, no drama. But guys, I want you to check out this reading list. We're up to #3. #4, Blood Hunt Red Band edition. I should say #4, yeah. #5 is the next book, which is an Amazing Spider-Man book. Okay? Now scroll on down, Derek. You got Avengers. You got Blood, we're right there, Blood Hunters. There's a Doctor Strange, and then Dracula, Blood Hunt #1. Strange Academy, Blood Hunt #1. And there's a Venom book, Amazing Spider-Man, Blood Hunt #1. Union Jack, Blood Hunt #1. Then issue Blood Hunt #2. That's the 14th book. Okay? That means you got to read a whole lot of other stuff before you get to Blood Hunt issue #2. All right? Then #15, you got the Red Band Blood Hunt #2, of course, which is the same book except more bloody. And then Black Panther Blood Hunt #1. Okay? Then you got the Midnight Suns #1. Then Blood Hunt #3. That's the 18th book. Okay? Keep going. You got Blood Hunters #1 or #2, I'm sorry. Then you got a Blood Venom book, you got a Wolverine Blood Hunt #1. Amazing Spider-Man Blood Hunt #2. Avengers 15. Doctor Strange Fantastic Four. Miles Morales #21. Strange Academy Blood Hunt #2. X-Men Blood Hunt Jubilee #1. Then Black Panther Blood Hunt #2. That's the 30th book. Okay? Now, Dracula Blood Hunt #2. Now, what's the cool thing about Dracula book is that's the book that's going to have Brielle Brooks in it. That's Blade's daughter. Okay? Let's go. Let's keep going. Let's keep scrolling. Wolverine Blood Hunt #2. Blood Hunt #4. Red Band edition. They don't even have the covers for that up. So you already know you're gonna go broke trying to get variant cover buying them books. Midnight Suns #2. That's book 35. Union Jack. Vengeance of the Blood of Moon Knight #6. X-Men Blood Hunt Magic #1. Black Panther Blood Hunt #3. Blood Hunters #3. Another Doctor Strange book. Dracula Blood Hunt. And it just goes on and 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 on. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. 59 books. 59. 59. So my question is, should you wait and get the omnibus? Should you wait and get the omnibus? Or are y'all really gonna go broke over these books? Marvel is just gangster for this. And here's the thing, guys. They know what they're doing. And for those of you that say, I see you, Amir. Amir says, shoot, I'm only getting 12 books. You know what they're going to do. You know they're going to hit y'all with some fire variants. Some 1 in 25s. some 1 in 50s. Y'all might even get some metal books. Y'all gonna get a whole bunch of stuff. For all of y'all that's not gonna get every book, you probably gonna wind up spending that same money because when they hit you with these covers, these variants, yeah, it's gonna be a long summer. It's gonna be a long summer. Kyler said, I'm putting it on layaway. Man, we need, all of us gonna need a PayPal. Some of y'all gonna have to, call PayPal and get a credit increase. But all them books, Marvel's not playing with y'all. Now here's the funny part. I still think Marvel left money on the table. Because could you imagine if they were doing a series like this and the Blade movie was coming out? That would be bananas. That would literally put Blade in the stratosphere as a character. And we got the reveal. Derek might want to put a spoiler alert because I'm going to spoil this book, Blood Hunt #1 book. If you guys have not read Blood Hunt #1, put a 1 in the chat because I'm going to spoil it if you have not read it. I'm assuming a lot of y'all have already read it. But if you have not read Blood Hunt #1, put a 1 in the chat. I want to see if it's okay for me to talk about it.
Marion, don't look at it. Shut your eyes, Marion. Don't look at it no matter what happens.
Don't look at it! Keep your eyes shut!
Okay. So some people say go ahead and spoil it. Tim Blade said do it. Okay, so according to Blood Hunt #1, the big bad in this series is Blade. And that's why I say, could you imagine what they could have done if the Blade movie was scheduled to come out this summer? He's the big bad, according to issue 1. Now, I did know from the solicits on the Dracula book that Brielle Brooks was working with Dracula against her father. But they just threw the gauntlet down and said Blade is the reason for this is going, for all of this stuff that's happening with the sun being blocked out and all that. He's kind of the source. Now, we won't probably find out what's what, maybe with Doctor Strange. And see, here's the thing. Some of y'all are going to have to get some of these books y'all don't want to get some of this information. Y'all going to be walking around here, man, what happened with this? Why this is going on? Oh, you gotta go get that book to find out. Manifesta say, what's up with this Blade book? A Blade movie? Well, they keep going to the drawing board over and over and over. I don't know what's up with it. I think that thing is cursed. I don't know if it's ever going to come out. What do her price? Nah, I can be patient. That's a lot of books, though. 59 books. Now, there's a red band edition, and then there's the regular edition. So, of those, there's only 5 issues of Blood Hunt. Okay, so the red band books, you can peel off 4 books. So instead of 59, you have to get 54 if you want everything. I don't know, guys. I don't know. That's a lot of bread. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah. I had to watch it. Said they might as well just base the movie off of Blood Hunt and call it a day. Yeah. Now, C. Cole, he's got something. He says, wait till Midtown Comics have a sale, and those books are 75% off in August. Yeah. But you know how that goes, C. Cole. Everybody and their mama gonna be talking about this stuff, including yours truly. And you be like, man, I can't wait. I can't wait. And then again, after you get the book, because that's a lot of material. Don't get it twisted. That's a lot of books. That omnibus is gonna probably be about $150 at least when they do the omnibus. The Blood Hunt trade may not be but $15 to $19, but the omnibus is gonna probably be $150 because that's a lot of books, bro. That's a lot of books. You're talking about I'll take it back, maybe a 500-600 page omnibus, may even be up to 800. It's a lot of books. 100 podcasts said all the proceeds from Blood Hunt are going to make more Spider-Man books. Yeah, pretty much. At least your man's Miles Morales will be taken care of. So Brooklyn says, Rich, we know the green cover of Blade Blunt has got you feeling a certain kind of way, but that cover could be a tribute to Fred Williamson of Black Caesar and 3 The Hard Way fame. You know what? Here's the thing. I was a little. I thought the cover, the negative cover that we're talking about, Derek. I don't know if you can find that cover, bring it up. I put like this here. If that was like red, if it was a red cover, or maybe even a yellow, I might not have an issue with it. But it's lime green. It's lime green. I'm like, really? But you're right. It could be a nod to the 70s types. Yeah, that's the cover. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I was being facetious when I was talking about it like that or whatever, because somebody said it was zesty, but I do think it is a little bit. But it's just that it's that color scheme that kind of throws me off when I look at it. It's the color scheme. And so if they'd have did that, because I love yellow as a cover, I think yellow would have been a dope. I think red would have been a dope cover to do that in as well. But it could be Fred Williamson. Now that you mention it, Brooklyn, that could be a good nod to it. That was the color of the original jacket, though. Not the jacket, bro. The jacket was brown. The jacket was brown. The pants were green. that was green, and they were like Hunter's green. Seco said, I thought the cover was a tribute to Fred. Yeah. Definitely a homage, like the manifesto says, definitely a homage to heroics 70 icons. It definitely gave that feel, you know what I'm saying? The 70s were a magical time. But the 70s can stay back in the 70s. Yeah. He says he looks like Priest partner Eddie from Superfly. No, says, no, the original jacket was green, sir. Okay. Well, I'm not going to fuss with y'all about that. Y'all know more than I do. So, but anyway, yeah. But it wasn't lime green, I know that. Was not lime green. Yeah. So 1 in 100 podcast said, did you read the Blood Hunt free comic book? Yes, I did. 33 and 30 said yellow would have popped, but red would have been crazy. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that they would have did that in red, man. That would have been bananas. So, yeah. But I did read actually I read the first 3 Blood Hunt books, which was the free comic book day. That's listed in the reading order. That's listed first. The Moon Knight issue number 5 is listed as second in the reading order. And then Blood Hunt issue number 1 is the third book. in the reading order. So yeah, I read the first 3 Blood Hunt books. And here's the thing about the Blood Hunt stuff. The Blood Hunt stuff, you guys, like I said, this is going on all summer. So when you go to the shop, just about every week, there's going to be a Blood Hunt book to buy. You know, and I'm not saying you get every cover, but Derek, could you bring up that Fantastic Four variant? Y'all gonna get these books whether you want to or not. Y'all saying y'all ain't gonna get them, but y'all gonna get these books. This Mark, look, Mickey Mouse is the biggest pimp in American history. That dude do not play. Look at this. Look at that Fantastic Four. Can you enlarge that, Derek, if possible? Look at that, bro. That's a vampire trying to bite Mr. Fantastic. Shout out to Alex Ross. Shout out to Alex Ross, bro. Are you kidding me? Y'all not gonna get that? Y'all not gonna pick that up? Amir, you not gonna pick that up? Y'all gonna just pass that Fantastic Four book in the store? Which you sound like you want the company buy it. No, bro, I'm just saying. Look at that. Look how crazy that is, bro. You knowing Reed Rich's power set, and there's a vampire literally pulling and chewing. Bruh, that's insane. What other podcast say? Listen. Okay. Yeah, there you go. Marvel Blade had the weirdest costume. Okay. All right. It tastes like chicken. Yep. So you guys are right. You guys are right. Okay. I thought it was brown for whatever. I don't know. Maybe it was I don't know. It threw me off. That's all I'll say. It threw me off. Blur forever say that Fantastic cover is dope. Not gonna lie. Yeah. That's how Marvel gonna get y'all. Some of these gonna be cover buys for y'all. I'm getting that book. I'm not following the Fantastic Four comic book at all, but I'm gonna buy that one. Yeah. Now, Jay asked a question. He says, is this a good sign on how they're using Blade since last year and up to now, as in making him a more prominent character? You know, and here's my thoughts on that. Marvel Studios and Marvel as a company, comic book company, are 2 different entities, but Marvel Studios kind of runs everything. And what they've been trying to do is trying to mirror what's going on in the MCU. They're trying to insert some of that into the comics. But what has happened with the Blade situation is they've had start, restart. They've fired producers, fired writers, and that kind of thing, kind of go back and forth. And I think Blood Hunt has probably been in the works all along. And if everything had kind of popped off like it was supposed to, we should be seeing a Blade movie this year, not next year. But it didn't work that way. They kept pushing that book. I mean, they kept pushing that movie back and back. And that's why I say, can you imagine if they have had? It would have been a perfect storm for Blade. It would have been a perfect storm for Blade. You would get more merch. Matter of fact, you'd probably get some animated stuff. Think about it. There's a video game, a new Blade video game right now. It was all right there for them. And all this stuff that's happened with the movie, they left money. That's why I said they left money on the table. Because if all of this was going on at the same time, man, that would have been bananas. C. Cole says all it's doing is making a lot of Blade material for trades. Remember Black Panther 5 years away? Black Panther trade was top sellers on Amazon. This is about packing sales before the movie. Yeah, but the movie don't come out till next year though. C. Cole? I mean, it'll still be relative to your point, but all of this stuff is supposed to we're supposed to get the quote unquote comic book before the movie. It's supposed to set us up for the movie. But you literally got a summer event with Blade at the center of it. But the Blade movie's not coming out until late summer. I think late summer or late fall, if I'm not mistaken. One of you guys look it up. But the Blade movie's not due to come out, of course, till late next year. So yeah. Okay. So anyway, shout out to all you guys blind all of these books, these Blood Hunt books. Birth for LCC, that's why I have no longer faith in Kevin Feige. I mean, it is what it is. Shout out to and Blade is a British character. That would have been a very, very big thing for our brothers across the pond. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't even know that Blade is, historically British. And someone mentioned it even last week. I want to say that, they have never, to a degree, pushed up his London roots. It's a lot that we get the movie when we get the movie. I just hope they do it right. Either way. Google says Blade is due out in 2038. Yeah. That's what's up. So guys, if you're still here, Jamie Odell says, I never knew that. Yes, sir. Blade is British. If Mashallah did the accent, that would be dope. We'll see. I don't know if it's going to happen. GTA will be out before Blade. Shout out to Phil. So look, guys, with that said, we're going to be done with all the Blade talk, the Blood Hunt talk. We're going to just talk about whatever you got, whatever's on you guys' mind. What's on your mind? What have you guys been reading? Is that they're putting us to sleep with some of the characters we've been waiting for? Yeah? Well, Tim Blades, it is what it is. It's not rocket science, but they still ain't been able to figure it out. I don't know why, but it is, I mean, again, it's one of those things where the fanboys in the space tend to dictate what goes on. And ultimately, those of us that are on the outside of that, we kind of have to fight for our space. And it's not like we're asking for a whole lot of stuff, because we're not. You know what I'm saying? But it's like pulling teeth sometimes, and it feels so difficult because their attention is really on them, not necessarily on us. And it will always be that way because, again, we don't own these characters. It's not that we're at the mercy of these kids, because we got other things that we could do. I mean, there's literally 50, 60, 70, 100, 100 Black IPs that we can all support. BlackComicLords.net has a space on our website dedicated to Black indies. You guys should go by and check it out. 1 in 100 podcast say Space Ghost. Man, look, I love Space Ghost as a character. But you know what I really want? And this is just the geek in me, the nerd in me. What I really want is a Herculoids book. I love Space Ghost, but I want a Herculoids book. I want a Herculoids comic book. Tim Blake says, me and my friends are putting together a film with Static Shock, John Stewart Aqualite to bring some awareness back to. Yeah. A Thundar the Barbarian might be good, yeah. I like Herculoids, man. That was one of my favorites growing up. JT says, Jed McKay is doing Blood Hunt, Avengers Moon Knight, and the new X-Men book out in July. Can't wait to see if he does another crossover. Preach, Rich. Yeah. I knew you were going to say Herculoids. Herculoids. I mean, I love Herculoids. Now, what's not to love about Herculoids? Listen, I was one of them kids with a big bowl of cereal and watching cartoons on Saturday morning. That was the man. Look. Shout out to all the youngsters out here that's doing things or whatever, but man, they cannot touch the nerds. They cannot touch our fandom, man, because we were limited in what we were. These guys have everything. They can watch it whenever, however they choose. But back in the day, all of us were sitting in front of the TV screen Saturday morning, big bowl of cereal, watching cartoons back to back, whether it was Harlem and the Globetrotters, Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids, Herculoids, all the sick crop stuff, Land of the Lost. And then after all that was over, Kung Fu Theater. Yeah. Says, what about my toy? He's not, now that he's a black kid. Well, you know, I mean, you know, all the more the merrier, you know me. Manifesto says Hanna-Barbera ruled the cartoon era. They did. So did you check Masters of the Universe Revelation? Yeah, I did. You know, the Masters of the Universe stuff on Netflix, it's okay. But I'm a grumpy old man, so I like the original better. Me, I don't like when they did the He-Man story on Netflix and He-Man wasn't in it. I'm still trying to figure out what was the logic behind that. If you wanted to do a She-Ra comic, I mean a She-Ra cartoon, you should have just did that. I'm just saying. So 33rd and the third says, talk to Ish Rich. We were dedicated, had no choice, so we were missing. That's right. Blur Forever says, yes, thank you for the super chat. Do you have an idea for a huge comic event? Me personally, I want to see the elders like the Living Tribunal, the in-between with Blue Mark front and center. You know, to be honest, Blur Forever, I've never been a fan of big events, crossover events, because a lot of them fail to live up to the hype, if that makes any sense. Some of them are pretty good, but a lot of them fail up to live to the hype. One of the main events or major events I just finished reading or rereading, I should say, was the Original Sin book, which was only 8 books in the main title itself, but it had a lot of crossovers. And it was okay, but they seldom fail to live up to the hype. I can't think of maybe the Crisis of Infinite Earths, the original, was a great crossover event. But do I have any ideas for a good cosmic story with Blue Marvel would be dope. I would like to see who's the character? Ghostlight. I would like to see a Ghostlight Blue Marvel team up book. I would be more interested in seeing that. Yeah. But thanks you. Yeah. Seaco said they did She-Ra on Netflix. Yeah, they did, but they also they put her in the Masters of the Universe book, which was supposed to be He-Man. That was supposed to be He-Man's title, and they killed him. Like what, 1 or 2 episodes in? So, you know, I'm just saying, they didn't do us no favors. Now, G-Town comments that Johnny Quest animation was dope. Look, let me go real old school on y'all. Real old school on y'all. What you guys know about Clutch Cargo? What y'all know about that? Brooklyn says, I would love Skynet having to take on the aliens. Woo! To make the Earth and its new home world no cyborg Ripley. Bruh. That would be crazy. I'm here for that. I'll be here for that. I'm going to go pop some popcorn just on GP, Brooklyn. Manifesto says Saturday was epic. Right after Kung Fu Theater, it was time to go outside and play hyped up on their own journal. That's all of us though. That was a good time. That's all I can say. Yeah. Blue Marvel Ghost Light written by John Jennings would be dope. 30 there says I hate Clutch Cargo, barely even animated. I just liked it because it was different. I mean, even when you think about it, you know what I'm saying? We all remember the Jetsons, right? And the stuff that they put in the Jetsons is literally what we're living today. The only thing that's missing out of the Jetsons is the flying car. But most of the stuff that was in the Jetsons, FaceTime and all that literally is happening right now. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Yep. Well, look, guys, man, I got to wrap. It says Clutch Cargo costs $2 an episode. Yo, stop, Phil. Shout out to my man. Oh, C. Cole. He says Johnny Quest supposed to be by someone else, and you saw the other guy in the intro. Yeah, that's what. Jamaican Paul said, "Clutch, what?" That's old school, there, man. You have to be old school. Remember Clutch Cargo. But look, guys, we got to wrap this up, man. I got to get out of here, man. I'm gonna go ahead and hit you guys with the benediction. Thank you guys for coming. Shout out to all of you guys for joining us on tonight. Thank you for the super chats. I want to thank everybody for your energy tonight. Go out and get some dope books, man. We wanted to go on a little bit longer, but we got some prior commitments, so we need to get up on out of her. Now, Bot Boy said, always love G-Force and Gotcha Man. Matter of fact, I was going to ask, maybe Bot Boy first, did you get the Gotcha Man free comic book? Because there was one available. Matter of fact, there was some mangas in comic book form for free comic book day. So, maybe some of your shops got some leftover stuff. Go check that stuff out, okay? But anyway, I got to get a benediction, got to get out here. And the benediction comes from Proverbs, the 11th chapter, verse number 25. It says that the generous man will always be prosperous, and he who waters himself will also be watered. From the stronghold that is Black Comic Lords and Black Superheroes Forever, it's your boy Rich. And until next time, we say peace. We love you. We'll see you Wednesday night. Good night, everybody.